Hello and welcome to the People Building video article. So for those of you who are signed up to the People Building newsletter, you will be receiving these articles from me in email format in the regular newsletter that you get every other Wednesday. Some of you might listen to these articles on the regular podcast which goes out on iTunes, and for the rest of you it's here now on YouTube. So this is an article called Spontaneity. It is in written format on the People Building website. If you'd like to go and get it, it's www.peoplebuilding.co.uk. Just click on the resources tab to see all of the previous articles listed on there. This one is called Spontaneity, and it says, if you've ever read the book The Yes Man, or seen the film, which isn't nearly as good, you'll know a thing or two about being spontaneous. For those of you who are unfamiliar with it, it's the story of a man who decides to say yes more often, and the journey that follows as a result of this new rule. I am not a procrastinator. I think, like many people, there are some things that I find it easier to get on and do than others. However, recently I've been so busy, I was fully aware that I had lost or momentarily misplaced the skill of spontaneity. Tiredness, busyness, business, and sheer laziness had been holding me back. I realised it was June and I hadn't kept my New Year's resolutions. Of course, many people do not keep their New Year's resolutions. However, they tend to realise this before June. I was aware of the problem and decided to do something about it as soon as I had the time. Then, last weekend, I rather randomly thought of a composer and pianist that I'd really wanted to see in concert. On Friday night at about 11 p.m, I searched for him on the internet to see when his next visit to London might be. To my surprise, he was performing in London the next night. I thought about how busy I was. I thought about how I really should think about spending my money on other things. I thought about the fact I'm in the middle of a master practitioner training course and have to get up early in the mornings. So I decided not to go and instead see when he would be returning to London later in the year. Sometimes when there is something you just need to get on and do, life will give you a poke. Sometimes pokes from life might be painful or uncomfortable, but sometimes they are just pokey. I'm pleased to report that this poke was the pokey sort. You see, the composer was not returning to London again this year. Here was my chance to see, hear and experience some amazing music that I'd longed to enjoy for the last 3 or 4 years. So I had a word with myself. I reminded myself that tiredness, laziness, business and busyness don't have any arms. Therefore, there was no conceivable way that they could be holding me back. The only thing holding me back was the limitations of my thinking. The only thing stopping me was me. So I got myself a ticket to the concert and I went. As I wrote this article, I was on the train home evaluating my spontaneous decision. Would it have been easier if I'd stayed at home tonight? Yes. Would I have got more sleep if I hadn't gone out? Yes. Could I have waited until next year to attend a concert with that composer? Yes. But ultimately, I'm going to be working better over the next few weeks as I've met a need within myself. I've also had a brilliant time and got a lovely memory of it in my memory bank. Yes, I am very tired. I'm also sharing a train with a bunch of Bon Jovi fans. I think they must have been to a concert tonight too. And I'm reminded of a relevant song lyric said by long-haired rock band. I'll live while I'm alive and I'll sleep when I'm dead. If you've been lacking spontaneity like I had, I'd like to remind you in the kindest possible way that you are going to die. It is a sad but true fact, and no matter what happens next, you may not get the opportunities available to you again that you are going to get today. It's important that you make the most of them. Crap, I just missed my station. Damn spontaneity.